Within the gaze of the Statue of Liberty stands one of the most moving monuments in the city of New York. Sitting in Battery Park is the site of the most solemn but little-known tributes to the non-combatant casualties of World War II, men of the Merchant Marines, some of whom perished just 30 miles right off our coast. It is a little-known monument, and an explanation for the lack of public knowledge can be attributed to the age of the Merchant Marines monument. It is a much younger monument when compared to its counterparts scattered throughout the city. The sculpture was created by Marcel Escobar in 1991 to honor the members of the U.S. Merchant Marines who lost their lives in World War II. While being hidden from an obvious view, the astonishing memorial leaves quite a profound feeling once you leave. The memorial is a small 10-foot by 8-foot monument that sits upon a concrete and stone dock. It consists of a small metal boat with 4 highly detailed statues. Separate from the monument sits a memorial plaque. The inscription on the side of the memorial states that this memorial serves as a marker for America's merchant mariners resting in the unmarked ocean depths. The meaning behind the monument is easy to discern today and will remain so in the future due to the engraved plaque. However, without the careful use of formal elements such as contrasting textures and vertical alignment, the monument would not be nearly as captivating. The statue part of the memorial is full of detail and medium relief and is made of bronze and copper. Of the 4 figures, there are 4 distinct actions performed on the memorial. One of the figures is standing up with his hands cupped to his face as if he were calling out. This figure is wearing trousers and a heavy jacket. The second bronze statue is in the kneeling position directly from the side of the first figure. This statue is wearing the same as the first, but with an addition of a life jacket. Figure 2 is the only statue to have a life jacket in the memorial. Figure 3 is in the prone position reaching for Figure 4. Figure 3 is wearing similar clothing to the first figure. The final statue, Figure 4, is either partially or fully submerged in tidal waters. The memorial plaque, which is separate from the dockside memorial itself, has an inscribed record that bears the following. This memorial serves as a marker for America's merchant mariners resting in the unmarked ocean depths. The most striking part of the Merchant Marine Memorial is not the location or the materials used, but the combination of the two to tell a story. Twice a day, a seaman drowns in the West Hudson River's waters. With the movement of the tides, Figure 4 submerges or emerges from the waters. His fingertips are almost always above the waterline, but not his head. Each figure in the memorial represents a different part of the Merchant Mariner's mission. The monument represents the merchant ships and their crews that were pressed into service from the Revolutionary War to World War II. While the monument is based on one true event, the sinking of the USS Muskogee by a German U-boat, represents the total sacrifice of each and every merchant mariner. The standing figure, or Figure 1, represents the mental strain placed upon merchant mariners during the times of war. The kneeling figure, Figure 2, represents the casualties and wounded merchant mariners of wartime service. The drowning figure, or Figure 4, represents the seamen that were lost to the depths of the sea. The location of the Merchant Marine Monument is especially important regarding its meaning. The East Coast, especially well-lit areas of the beachfront coastline, saw many German U-boat attacks on civilian vessels. Despite the fact that the Merchant Marines were civilian and non-combatants, they suffered more casualties than any other American service during World War II. The formal elements convey the emotive response triggered by the monument when observing the piece. A slipping sensation is experienced in the way the smooth boat is tilted at an extreme angle. The figures are crowded at the end of the boat where it would meet during the churning sea below. While the composition is balanced, with a large untextured form of the boat, held in contrast with the heavily textured smaller figures. The crowding of the figure is coupled with the dramatic texture creates an uncomfortable feeling of being unbalanced, and each element seems to slide to the end of the bow where the fourth figure shows the ultimate result of this unavoidable sliding. Through this inherent sliding, we can observe the combination of the fragility of human life and the inherent qualities of nature when Figure 4 is dipped into the water. This combination effectively conveys the danger, the profession of the merchant mariner, and the sacrifice of their lives.